It is September call-ups, and our Colorado Rockies are 61-76 after a rough month of August. I believe we can check it. Yeah, 10-18 in August really hurt us. June and August were our worst months. August was our worst month overall. And if we look at the team right now, first guy I want to go to, Zach Veen, came back, went on a tear for 20 games, and now he's got back spasms. Minimal, but figured no need to risk, right? Send him back on the IL, just call him back. But yeah, he went on a tear for the 20 games that he was back. He like 10 home runs. He was doing good, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to find the specific games when he came back. And it was, yeah, so 720, then came back 8-5 and hit a good amount of dingers for us in Colorado. He's got 35 on the year, and I don't know, when he comes back, will he be able to get 40? I don't think so, but he could probably get kind of close. Zach Eflin, who, of course, we got in the big trade involving Chris Bryant. He's been pitching better than he was there. Domingo Germán, he's been struggling. He's been struggling a good amount. Hope that he can change his fortunes. We brought in Durbin Feltman, claimed him off waivers. He has also been struggling ERA-wise, but FIP-wise, he's been good. Nothing else crazy. We called Stumpo back up for the September call-ups. And when it comes to the lineups, look here, we'll go righties. DJ LeMahieu, since coming here, has played well. 2 home runs, 28 games, but a 298 average. 758 OPS. That's exactly what I've wanted from him. He's done solid. We brought in Aquino from Cincinnati. We got him off waivers, and he's played well. 229 average isn't great, but he's getting on base, and he's hitting home runs very well right now. So, yeah, I'm happy with Aquino. Everyone else is just getting on. Back in the lineup is Ryan Vlade. Vlade, he's played well. They had him platooning. I was like, nah, let's just play him. That's what I've been doing. And Brenton Doyle, he's also been playing well. I'm trying to find a way to get all these guys in, especially when Veen gets back. I don't know what I'm going to do. Aquino's probably just going to be sent down, or we'll send Pinter back down. But yeah, he's who we brought up for the call-ups on the offensive side. And I mean, he's played well in his rookie year. 22 years old, 23 games so far, 5 home runs, 771 OPS. Can't be mad at that. So let's go to the end of the season and get into the offseason. The regular season has concluded, and the Colorado Rockies finished the year at 69-93, a 4-year increase, or 4-win increase over last year at 65-97. Our Pythagorean win-loss was a 73-89 compared to a 67-95 last year. Let's look at the end of the year roster stats. First, the injured guy, Zach Veen, got injured again. His injury proneness is normal, but he keeps getting injured. A strained oblique, which was a 6-week injury when it happened. Andrew Pinter had a small injury, and Michael Toglia, he also was injured, and he could come back with 1 game left. Figured it wasn't worth it, so we just let him sit out that final game. Also, you can see he's not there. Will Smith, I just have him placed on waivers right now. Pitching-wise, Erman Marquez, our top guy, he definitely had a much better year ERA-wise than last year, but not FIP-wise. But overall, I'm happy with Erman this season. Zach Eflin, he came in and he struggled. That's Domingo Germán. But still, Zach Eflin, he struggled. He was worse than he was in New York, which is a bad sign for us. Then, Domingo Germán, he came back, and he did good for us. He struggled at first, but put it back together, and taking into account that struggling, I'm happy with how he did. Antonio Centinela missed the beginning of the year, was able to get 20 starts, and not many good ones. Same with Austin Gomber, he struggled mightily. Mike Soroka, he pitched well in the bullpen, ended up logging 43 innings, wow, in 20 games for us. Ryan Jensen did not pitch well. Kyle Freeland, he came back and struggled. Blas Castano, Kostashok, Fernandez all struggled. Same with Durbin Feltman, Jordan Sheffield, and Tommy Gertner late into the year. But you can see that FIP 3.55. So really, just a few bad games there at the end really launched him up. The one guy that was very solid Extreme ground ball. You see that extreme ground ball? Good stuff. Good pitches. It's Brian Metoyer. Metoyer was very solid this year, ERA and FIP-wise. If we go to pitching stats, I don't know why it's at batting. There is no more pitchers hitting anymore, other than, I guess, Ohtani and a few guys with the Ohtani rule. Marquez, he's the top guy WAR-wise. FIP-wise, it was actually Durbin Feltman, so, yeah. I mean, in Boston, yeah, in his 17 innings there, but not really here. But I guess overall, Soroka, Herman, Castano, we were the worst pitching team in baseball. Starters ERA, 14th bullpen, last. FIP, last. Runs against, last. And defensive efficiency, we were worst in baseball and around the lower middle of the pack for zone rating. But hitting, we were very good. We were third in runs scored, first in batting average, third on base, fifth in home runs, and that was with our top home run hitter out for a lot of the season. He only played 119 games, started 115. Pinter, he also hit 5 home runs in 29 games, 25 started. And how many games did Toglia play? Toglia hit 17 and 112, so a lot of injuries for us hitting-wise. And then if we look offensively, that is, Pasquantino led the team in home runs, and then Aquino, 17 overall, 12 for us in 44 games. He played very well as a Rocky. Rogers, he was playing off and on. LeMahieu played well while he was here. Tovar, Vlade, who only played 88 games. Doyle only played 87 games. So I'm very happy with what we did offensively. You can see Vlade, 298 batting average. Top OPS on the team that's actually there was Aquino in the 44 games he played. Zone rating, the top defensive guy was Margot, and then a positive for Barnhart, which I'm happy about. And base running, it was Margot with 23 stolen bases, 5 times caught stealing. And Tovar with 24 stolen bases, only caught twice. So offensively, I'm very happy with how we did. Best OPS plus was 120 Aquino. And I think overall for the team, our foundation is pretty good, especially offensively. I think we have a very strong foundation with young guys like Pasquantino, Vlade, Doyle, Tovar, Pinter, Veen, right, Toglia, all those guys. Then pitching-wise, I think our base is definitely not as strong. Bullpen-wise, but starters, we got Hayden Mullins, we got Alex Tice, we got Marquez, we got Eflin, hopefully Herman. If we go to organization and minor leagues, you can see the top guys. Yeah, McCade Brown, when he comes up, although he is a fly ball guy, there it is, like, Ricky Apotica, he can be a very solid, bullpen guy, or we can trade him, right? I would not be mad if we, traded him for another prospect because he's a fly ball pitcher. I probably will keep him and give him a shot in the bigs for us, but if he struggles, I would not mind trading him. Jabril Easley, right? Again, a fly ball pitcher, but what can you do? McMahon, I don't think he'll really get much better than he is right now. But yeah, we have guys coming up that are not too far away from the bigs. And then offensively, we still got Drew Romo, who's going to be our catcher of the future. We got Benny Montgomery, who we picked in the first round last year. Isamborat, Oswaldo Cabrera, too. So we have all sorts of guys that are a part of the future and the foundation of this team. And I think you give us 2 years, I think we can really start to do damage. The Washington Nationals have won the World Series for the second time since 2019. The offseason starts tomorrow. We're going to get into salary arbitration, offer the guys we want to offer, and let the other guys that we don't want to, well, walk. So we've made offers to everyone except Herman because we tried to give him, but he wasn't interested. Peter Lambert, and it might have been Brandon Rogers. No, someone didn't want to listen to one. And then nothing here except Almeides Diaz, a cheap 2-year deal. And Manuel Margot, here's what he wants for money. 6 years, over $20 million a year. I gave him the qualifying offer because I think the value is there. He can hit, he can field his butt off, he played well. I think the value, especially for that defense in Coors Field, is there. So I'll give him a qualifying offer and see if that'll get him. If not, I'll have to figure something out in center field. It's time for one of my favorite parts of the OOTP season, the award season. So the AL best fielders, you can see Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, who also hit .337 this year, won a Gold Glove, so good for him and everyone else that's on there. Then the NL, we did not have anyone, as Kiermaier took it in center. I thought maybe we had an opportunity with Margot. Then Emmanuel Clace, he got the AL Reliever of the Year. Then, I'm not even going to try it. This guy won the Reliever of the Year for the Phillies. Awazaki, I can say the last name. Then the Silver Sluggers in the AL, Adley Rutschman, Andrew Vaughn, Jorge Blanco, Jose Ramirez, Carlos Correa, Enrique Hernandez, wow, good for him, really stepping up, Mike Trout, Kyle Tucker, and Oscar Callis. Who's Oscar Callis? Guess he developed, so again, Minnesota developing guys, because it didn't say, yeah, Enrique Hernandez was there, Kiki Hernandez. Then for the National League, Will Smith, Pete Alonso, Gavin Lux, Ke'Bryan Hayes, Fernando Tatis, Alec Thomas, Dylan Carlson, and Juan Soto, and Robbie Grossman. And trust me, we will get to Juan Soto in a bit. Oscar Callis, he won the AL Rookie of the Year, and the NL went to our very own Zach Veen, who actually had less first place votes than fellow Rocky rookie Ezequiel Tovar, but more overall votes. So Zach Veen earned the Rookie of the Year. Then, well, that's just a few things. Richest contracts in baseball, Max Scherzer, $43 million right now. Number one manager in the AL went to Greg Brown. Dave Martinez got it for the Nationals. Jacob deGrom, the top guy for Houston. They just love bringing in the old man starting pitchers that happen to do incredible. He got the Cy Young without much trouble there. And Corbin Burns continuing his just absolute Cy Young streak, as it is 3 years in a row where Corbin Burns gets it. AL MVP, Mike Trout adds to the hardware, as fellow Angel Ohtani, Shohei Ohtani, was also there. Struggled a bit at the plate when it came to getting hits, but the hits he did get were home runs, and then he was very solid on the bump. But Trout with 40 home runs, .311 batting average, that'll do it for him, as that is his now 5th MVP. And then finally, Juan Soto. He won the MVP, no doubt about it. The second closest was Tatis, who had a very, very good year. But Juan Soto, 53 home runs, .364 batting average. Wow. I mean, he didn't steal anything, but even though he's kind of fast, he's never really been a stolen base guy, but Jesus Christ. 53 home runs, .364 batting average, .716 slug percentage. He had 34 doubles. He was absolutely incredible. I mean, astonishing numbers. And what? I think, no, they gave him a 1-year extension. So he signed a 1-year extension with the Nationals. So after next year, 26, he could be a free agent, which is very interesting. So let's get into free agency, I believe would be our next step. Yep, free agency, and have a bit of fun, see if we can sign someone. Our first move of free agency was moving Brandon Rogers for Wilmer Font, where Milwaukee retains 30%. I think Font could be a solid starter or guy in the bullpen for us here with the Rockies. Signings for center field. First, we're going to bring in Jackie Bradley Jr., bring back Jackie Bradley Jr., and then the second signing we're going to make is Mauricio Dubon. Now, this could change. I'm working on a potential trade. I don't know what will happen with it, but just stay patient. Trust me. Our final somewhat large offensive signing is going to be Ian Happ to a 3-year, $7.5 million per year deal with a player option in 2026. Our next signing is going to be Dylan Floro. So we're going to have a bit more money left, projected budget room. Money left if free agents signed $4 million. But I think that signing these guys will be valuable to us. And I want to make one more signing, probably a starter, and then that'll probably be it. Our final signing is probably going to be Dylan Bundy. I don't see us getting anyone else. He's a solid starter, doesn't want too much cash. I'm cool giving him $1.5 million. Our Hall of Fame ballot looks as such. Adrian Beltre, Bartolo Colon, Todd Helton, Torrey Hunter, Andrew Jones, V. Mark, Joe Mauer, Andy Pettit, Francisco K. Rod Rodriguez, and Jimmy J. Roll Rollins. Manny Margot has gone to the Atlanta Braves, but we did pick up a supplemental first-round pick because we offered him a qualifying offer. So, a little bit of a silver lining for the loss of Margot. So the first 6 picks of the MLB draft are done by lottery. And I found out that the reason we had the 11th pick and not the 2nd pick is because we were projected the 2nd pick, right? Because we had 65 wins last season. But the lottery did not go our way, and we ended up falling with the 11th pick. So the Oakland A's will have it the first pick this year, even though they finished with 67 wins compared to the Chicago Cubs and Cincinnati Reds, 63 and 65 respectively. I am going to make a rare Rule 5 draft selection as Carlos Calderon. I think he can be pretty interesting as a starter or reliever. Probably not enough stamina to be a starter, but definitely good enough stuff to be a reliever. And of course, we cannot select him because league rules would violate foreigner or age limits. I think it's just because we have too many guys in the 40-man. No big deal. Waive him. Waive in DFA, I should say. Go back here. We have what pick? Where does it say Colorado? 6. Oh, we have the 6th pick? Why did I not see us on there? Or I guess that wasn't really looking for us. Carlos Calderon. Draft player. There we go. So that'll be our Rule 5 draft for this season. Trades are being made as we have acquired Byron Buxton for Aaron Marquez and Chris McMahon. Originally, when I tried making the deal, they wanted a lot more, but they'll even retain 15%, so there is our center fielder. And then what we did is we traded DJ LeMahieu for AJ Minter, where the Braves retained 90% of it. Wow, I could not talk. Now, I totally didn't even think about him being out for the next 10 months, so I'm probably not going to be able to use him. But there is a team option for next year, so I do have next year. So very, very exciting news. Our team could honestly be a contender next season. This is very exciting. Spring Training 2024, and this is where I'll leave you off. The one thing I want to do before the end of the episode is I do want to check the MLB season predictions, or spring training predictions, I should say, as it is generating. I don't know where they'll have us at. Of course, this will change at the beginning of the regular season, but this is where it's at right now. We are projected 79 wins, which I could see. That seems realistic. They think Buxton will have a big year. Again, nothing pitching-wise, but they do think Byron Buxton and Zach Veen will both have very, very good seasons, and I could definitely see that being the case, as we're going to get that roster up to 60 and get ready for the 2024 regular season.